What if the key to your family's food security wasn't a huge farm, but something you could build on your balcony with almost no money? It's easy to worry about fragile supply chains and empty shelves, but you can take back control. This isn't a fantasy, it's a reality you can build with something as simple as a bucket. Forget everything you think you know about gardening. You don't need acres of land. Today, I'm going to show you the 5 most unstoppable crisis crops you can grow in a simple 5-gallon bucket. These aren't just pretty vegetables, they're survival powerhouses chosen for their huge yields in tiny spaces, their incredible nutritional value, and their ability to be stored for the long haul. Stick with me, and I'll show you how to turn a tiny space into a food-producing machine that can help your family thrive no matter what. Before we get to the crops, we have to build the foundation, and it all starts with the humble 5-gallon bucket. You can find these at any hardware store. If you can find food-grade ones, great, but any new bucket will work in a pinch. Why a bucket? It's cheap, tough, portable, and the perfect size for what we're about to do. Now, you can't just scoop dirt into a bucket and hope for the best. That's a fast track to dead plants. The single most important thing you have to do is add drainage. Plants hate having wet feet, and waterlogged soil leads to root rot, the #1 killer of container gardens. So grab a drill with a 1/2-inch bit and punch 6 to 10 holes in the bottom of each bucket. This lets extra water escape, keeping your soil damp but never soggy. Next up, the soil. Rule 1: don't use dirt from your yard. It's too heavy, it'll compact like concrete, and it's full of pests and diseases. You need a good potting mix. For our purposes, the perfect blend is a simple 50-50 mix of high-quality potting soil and organic compost. The soil gives you structure and drainage, while the compost is a super-rich food source for your plants. This mix holds moisture without becoming a swamp and gives your plants the fuel they need to become serious producers. With your buckets ready and your soil mixed, you've got the perfect foundation. Now for the good part. When every single calorie counts, one crop stands above all others in a small space: the potato. Potatoes are the ultimate survival food. They're packed with calories and carbs for energy, plus vitamin C and potassium. Best of all, they grow beautifully in buckets, letting you produce a shocking amount of food in a tiny footprint. A single 5-gallon bucket can crank out anywhere from 2 to 5 pounds of potatoes, sometimes even more. Here's how to do it. Start with seed potatoes from a garden center. In a real pinch, you can use organic potatoes from the grocery store that have already started to sprout. If they're big, cut them into pieces, making sure each piece has at least 1 or 2 eyes. Let the cut pieces sit on your counter for a day or two to dry out and scab over. This stops them from rotting in the dirt. Now, grab your bucket, add about 4 to 6 inches of your soil mix to the bottom. Place 2 or 3 potato pieces on top, eyes pointing up, and cover them with another 2 or 3 inches of soil. Give it a good watering, and you're set. In a couple of weeks, you'll see green shoots popping up. This is where the magic happens. Once those tops are about 6 inches tall, you're going to hill them. Just add more soil to the bucket, burying about half of the green growth. Don't worry, you're not hurting it. The buried part of the stem will grow new roots, and from those roots, new potatoes will form. You'll just keep repeating this process. As the plant grows, you add more soil until the bucket is full. Keep the soil consistently moist but not soaking wet. After 70 to 90 days, the green tops will turn yellow and start to die back. That's your signal.
And the harvest is the best part. You just tip the whole bucket over onto a tarp and a cascade of fresh potatoes spills out. For storage, you need to cure them. Don't wash them, just brush off the dirt and let them sit in a cool, dark, airy place for about a week. This toughens up their skins. After that, they can store for 6 months or more, giving you a critical source of calories deep into a crisis.
Calories are key, but your body needs protein to stay strong. That's where beans come in. Beans are a protein powerhouse. They're ridiculously easy to grow, and they have a secret superpower. They're nitrogen fixers. This means they literally pull nitrogen out of the air and put it back into the soil, making it healthier for the next crop you plant in that bucket. You've got 2 main choices: bush beans and pole beans. Bush beans are small, compact plants, perfect for containers. Pole beans are climbers, and they'll give you a much bigger harvest in the same footprint by growing up instead of out. For a bucket garden, you can't go wrong with either. For bush beans, you can plant about a dozen seeds in a 5-gallon bucket, spaced a few inches apart. For pole beans, you'll plant fewer seeds, maybe 6 to 8, around a support structure like a bamboo teepee or a tomato page. Plant your seeds about an inch deep after the last frost. Beans hate being moved, so planting them straight into the bucket is the way to go. They need about 6 hours of sun and consistent water. Remember, containers dry out fast, so check the soil every day. You could be harvesting fresh green beans in as little as 50 days, and the more you pick, the more they produce. But for a true crisis, their real power is long-term storage. Instead of picking them fresh, just leave the pods on the plant until they're brown, brittle, and completely dried out. Shell them, and you've got hard, dry beans that will last for years in an airtight container. That's shelf-stable protein for soups and stews whenever you need it. All right, we are well on our way to building a food security machine. We've covered calories and protein, the absolute foundation of survival. Before we get to our next crop, which is all about getting vitamins fast, I want to hear from you. Which one are you more excited to start? The Calorie King potatoes or the protein-packed beans? Drop a comment below. Sharing what you're doing helps all of us get better prepared. Now, let's get back to it. In a tough situation, your immune system is everything. To keep it strong, you need a steady stream of vitamins. And our third crop is the fastest way to get them: leafy greens. I'm talking about loose-leaf lettuce, spinach, and especially powerhouse greens like kale and Swiss chard. These plants are basically vitamin factories on a stalk, loaded with vitamins A, C, and K. What makes them perfect for buckets is their speed and a harvesting method called cut and come again. Instead of harvesting the whole plant at once, you just pick the outer leaves. The center of the plant will keep pushing out new growth. This creates a regenerating supply of fresh greens from just a few plants. Leafy greens have shallow roots, so a 5-gallon bucket is plenty of room. You can sprinkle lettuce seeds pretty generously right over the soil surface and lightly cover them. For bigger plants like kale or chard, you'll want just 3 or 4 plants per bucket. They love cooler weather, so they're perfect for spring and fall. Many even do fine in partial shade, which is a huge bonus if you don't have a spot with full sun all day. Just keep the soil moist because they can get bitter if they dry out. You can start harvesting in as little as 30 days. Once the outer leaves look big enough to eat, just snip them off at the base. Leave the small inner leaves alone. In just a few days, you'll see new growth and you'll be ready for another harvest. For preservation, greens can be blanched and frozen. Kale can even be dehydrated to make tasty and nutritious kale chips, or you can get into fermentation and turn things like cabbage into sauerkraut or kimchi, which not only saves your harvest, but adds healthy probiotics to your diet.
Our fourth crop combines the protein of beans with an amazing ability to grow straight up, making it incredibly efficient. I'm talking about peas. Whether you grow shelling peas for the sweet seeds inside, or snap peas where you eat the whole pod, they are a fantastic choice for your bucket garden. Like pole beans, peas are natural climbers. They send out little tendrils that will grab onto anything to pull themselves up. This is a huge win for small spaces because you can grow a 6-foot plant in a 1-foot wide pot. For a 5-gallon bucket, you'll want to give them a trellis or some bamboo stakes right from the start. Peas are a cool weather crop, so plant them in early spring or start a second crop in late summer for a fall harvest. In your bucket, plant the seeds about 2 inches apart in a circle near your trellis, about an inch deep. As they sprout, just gently guide them toward the support, and their tendrils will do the rest. Keep them watered, especially when they start to flower and make pods. You'll be harvesting in about 50 to 70 days, and fresh-picked peas are a massive morale booster. But they're also great for storage. Like beans, shelling peas can be left on the vine to dry completely. The dried peas will last for years and are perfect for winter soups. Snap and snow peas are best preserved by blanching and freezing.
Our final crop is the one that will give you the most sheer weight of food from a single plant: squash. Specifically, we're talking about compact bush varieties. While traditional vining squash would crawl out of the bucket and take over your entire patio, breeders have developed incredible compact versions perfect for containers. For summer squash, look for bush zucchini. For winter squash, look for compact acorn or butternut varieties. These are heavy feeders, and they get thirsty, so this is one plant where a bigger pot really pays off. A 5-gallon bucket is the bare minimum for one plant, but honestly, if you can use a 10-gallon container, you'll get a much, much bigger harvest. Use your rich 50-50 soil and compost mix, and be ready to water them a lot, especially in the heat. They also need at least 6 to 8 hours of full sun to really produce. Plant 1 or 2 seeds in the center of your pot once the weather is warm. Once they take off, the growth is explosive. A single zucchini plant can give you an almost overwhelming amount of squash. Summer squash can be shredded and frozen for breads and casseroles. Winter squash is even easier. Just let it cure in a warm spot for a week or 2, then move it to a cool, dark place where it will store for months. Potatoes for calories, beans and peas for protein, leafy greens for a constant supply of vitamins, and squash for just an incredible amount of food. These 5 crops can turn a few simple buckets into a resilient, life-sustaining food system. Growing your own food, even on a small scale, is more than just a hobby. It's a declaration of independence. It's about taking back control from a fragile system. It's the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have the skills to provide for yourself and the people you care about, no matter what happens. This isn't just gardening, it's a critical step towards self-reliance. You're planting a seed of hope and getting ready to harvest a future of security. If you found this guide valuable, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our next videos on water storage and off-grid cooking. For your very next step, check out this video right here, where I show you how to build a simple self-watering system for your new bucket garden to make it even hands-off. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and start planting.